Hello, world history students. We are going to discuss the Rajput Kingdoms, and these are in the northern part of India and kind of leaning in towards Pakistan. We are going to really see them rise and maintain power from about 600 CE to 1700s. So they last for a while. Additionally, though, they are still around, but they were mostly controlled by the British after the 1700s. We only start to see them dissolve up until like the 1940s, I believe. Anyway, going into their social structure, they were clan based and they were constantly fighting and clashing within those clans. And within those clans, they had a strict social class structure based on somebody at the top, people in the middle, somebody on the bottom. Additionally, their women were kept secluded and kind of away from. Okay, there's two different perspectives. From one perspective, the women were kind of protected and kept away from the harshness, and even when their husbands died, a lot of them went to this ritual casting themselves into fire so that they died with their husbands. That's one side of the story. Another side of the story is that going towards more of the ancient Rajputs, you're looking at these women actually being trained to fight as backup to their men. And so these scholars who argue that there were ancient Rajput women warriors, they say that they kind of were the backup on the battlefield, but if the men started to die, they would actually kill themselves instead of being taken as hostages or as spoils of war. So, two different sides of history. Make of it what you will, but we're still seeing kind of this subservience or like women still answering to and being controlled by men. Now, going into the political part of the Rajput kingdoms, you are looking at them really being clans of warrior kings. The name Raj stands for king, and then Putra is actually sons of. So all of these clans were the sons of a single king who had a bunch of kids, and obviously they can't all be kings, so the rest of them became military generals, which formed into clans, which eventually generations later were constantly fighting. Additionally, of note is that they also fought off the Delhi Sultanate. So if you remember from previous lessons, the Delhi Sultanate, those are the Islamic groups, like that's the Islamic group that really kind of tried to fight its way into Asia and into South/Southeast Asia. And they were the ones who were really trying to spread Islam, which in the Delhi Sultanate, only about 20% of the population became Islamic or Muslim. So, kind of a fail. But the Rajput kingdoms, they actually fought these guys off. And you'll see on a map in a little bit how impressive that actually was. But going into interactions with the environment. So these were a land-based kingdom, and they had their resources pretty landlocked. They weren't really part of the Silk Roads, but they did travel pretty extensively throughout their territory, and they used horses in order to do that. Going into some of their cultural bits, there was a little bit of religious diversity in their culture. So you're seeing a little bit of Buddhism, you're seeing a little bit of Hinduism, and kind of at the borders, you're seeing a bit of Islam as well. But what's important to know about the Rajputs is that they were very split up. They were very focused on this idea of my clan does this, my clan is great, my clan does blank. So they were very focused on regionalism. They weren't really unified so much as like a group of people that all kind of did the same, like, or similar stuff. When it comes to economic stuff like trade, money, businesses, they did have taxes put on people. They mostly tried to tax the Muslims to try to chase them out or at least make money off of them. But they didn't only tax the Muslims, they also taxed pretty much people throughout their territory. And finally, technology and innovations. I guess the best thing that they're mostly known for were like their military strength and the fact that they fought off the Delhi Sultanate. But innovation wise, they didn't really have any technology per se. They were just pretty strong and pretty cool. Anyway, if you look at the map, this is why I said that it's super impressive what they did. So I just outlined right there the Rajput Kingdoms, and literally surrounding it on all sides is the Delhi Sultanate. So you can see that to fight off the Delhi Sultanate was very impressive. That is the end of our notes on the Rajput Kingdoms. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out. Thank you.